Hey babes, are you excited to see my grimoire travel altar? I've been talking about it a lot on Instagram and sharing sneak peeks along the way. And a travel altar is basically a special place to remind you of what's important to you. And that could be a place for your beliefs or none at all, and just be a place for you to remember a loved one you've lost, or a dedicated space to self care or finding a new job and other life changes that you want to make to live a happier life. Essentially, it's just a um, kind of like a celestial planner on the go. And, this is just my fun things that I like to do with my daughter. And when we go on nature hikes and things like that, we like to do certain things for the seasons throughout the year. And so this kind of helps me stay on top of that. And sometimes, inspiration hits and you need something to document that. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll write those things down in this, and then I will transfer it to my Book of Shadows. And I plan on sharing a flip through on that as well. I've had a lot of requests for that one too. But so this one, I switch out the cover quite a bit. It just depends on my mood. It depends on the season. Sometimes I go with like a cottagecore theme. This one is more, obviously Gothic themed. Usually during the winter months, I'll do like a Gothic theme like this, like a clear cover. This is my cottagecore theme with a handmade Ostara charm. I like to move into the nudes version during Ostara, and so this one I love using, like I said, during like the off months, when it's more like spring. So this one, since this is more Gothic related, I've had a lot of requests to offer inserts that I've made for myself personally, and so I'm super excited to be able to finally offer that. So this is the planner cover that I'm using, and fairly inexpensive on Amazon. I have linked it. And before I get into this, because there's quite a bit to cover in this one, I wanted to go over my guide that comes with it as a bonus. So in addition to all of the printable inserts and dashboards and dividers and all that good stuff, comes this bonus guide. And it's like a welcome, how do you use it, ideas on what you can put in here. This is perfect for people that don't have a big space. Maybe, like not necessarily out and about, like you're not traveling out and about or whatever, but, you just want to have like a little sacred space in your desk drawer or something like that. I think this is really perfect for that too. And also, like, if you get a solid cover, sometimes I'll switch over to my black croc cover, and that's extremely, private to anyone that looks at it. They won't know what it is. They'll just think it's a planner or something. So, if you need to be discreet, then you can do these inserts in any variation of that. So the guide that it comes with is kind of like giving you an overview of my different places where I have things that I use in this, how I use it, tips on what to put in it. And then it comes with an entire setup, page by page, of what insert it was, how I printed it, where I got it, if it's something that I purchased. I would say the majority of everything that's in here is from my shop and my freebies, except for the cover, of course. And then, like the paper that I print on and laminate, I list that too. And I give a link to my Amazon faves where I've listed all of those things as well, and what type of punch I've used and that kind of thing. And then how I made my wands, how I did the spine, and then how I do my cottagecore setup for those of you who are really into the nudes, and breaking that down section by section, and then how I did my sigils, and then you get all of these planner cards as a bonus. So I'm going to dive in to this and show you what all I've done in here and what I keep in here. So I've got my wand. Usually on all of my covers, I put like a pin loop or something, and this one I just haven't modified it yet because I haven't had this cover very long. I tried it out for the last, 3 or 4 months just to make sure that I actually was going to use it before I started really modifying it. So I think I like it for the winter months. I'm not too fond of the ribbed spine. I like to decorate the spine with sigils, and this one, it's kind of hard to see through because of all the ribbing. And I originally tried to write on it with a paint marker, and then that didn't work, so I got rid of that. And then I tried using a Sharpie, and that didn't work either, just because it's so ribbed. And so I erased that too, and now I've created an insert for the spine, and that's included in the download with the inserts for you guys. There's this exact one that I put in here, and then there's a blank one as well. And all I did to put it in there was open the planner up and slide it in. So if you can tell, like, there's just, you know, a piece of paper that slides right in there. And then I taped it in a couple of places just so that it wouldn't go anywhere. And so the template for that, like I said, is in the downloads. So the first page is an acetate dashboard from my shop, the Dark Goddess, overlaying the acetate Pinnacle Moon from my shop. And then I've got some holographic bows, vinyl dashboard that I sold a few months ago in my shop. These are sold out, but I'm sure you could find them on Etsy if you look. And then I've got a Killstar Oracle card over my in-bulk sabbat card, and I just laminated with a hollow sticker on the side. And this is the January mood board, celestial mood board from my shop. And normally around this time is when I will switch out, you know, usually a couple days before the next month, then I'll switch this out. So I'll go ahead and show you how I do that. So I've got this box that the brown planner cover came in, and I've just painted it. And that's where I keep like all my extras. So I've got all of my dashboards in here, or my mood boards for each month in here, that are what I use every year. February, I absolutely love February. There is just something about that month. I don't know what it is, but I get so excited to do stuff in February. I think it's because it's like almost spring, and that's exciting. So I just take out the old mood board, put the new one in, and I am going to reprint all of these and laminate them because this vellum gets torn sometimes in the rings, and since I do like to use things year after year, I want to make sure that it lasts. Okay, so when there is a sabbat, this is what it looks like. So that's why I call this my travel altar, because if I'm out somewhere, I want to have all of my information at a glance. I'm a big picture kind of a girl, and so this is perfect for me. So like I was saying before about how, you know, some months I like to do more of cottagecore or more celestial than a gothic theme. When I'm in my gothic months, I guess you could call them the dark winter months, I use the oracle cards because it's this, but it's in black and white. And you know, it just depends on my mood. Sometimes I want to see it like this, and sometimes I want to see it like this. So that's why I have the two variations in my shop. So this one I printed on vellum so that I could see the dashboard behind it. And so this is the sabbat name, in between winter and spring, what its symbol is, what date, some inspo photos, and herbs, flowers, incense, decor, kind of a brief caption about what that represents, and then a recipe or what type of food is good for that, and empowerment statement at the bottom. And I also have some minimal dashboards that I'm going to print and play around with using as well. So you may have seen this before in a previous video, but I give a dashboard. It doesn't go into detail by sabbat or anything like that, but it does give a motivational prompt at the bottom and at the top here. So I am thinking about incorporating that in this somewhere. I just haven't decided where I want to put it in all of this. I'm still playing with my layers, but so since I'm using the blackout card for February, I'm not going to need this, so I can take this out. And now I've got my full spread of all of the information that I need for that sabbat, and my grid mood board over here. And then it also has more grid mood board on the back. So this is great if you do like crystal grids or something like that, or like I said, you just want to have some sort of inspo when you're not able to do a giant altar. That's why I say this is a travel altar, because it is a planner contained altar, and so you can lay out your different crystals and your candles and different things like that. But this way you have it open, and you're able to pull inspiration from the different photos. So this is what my setup will be then for February. And then when we get into March, then it will switch out probably to the vellum for March, because we're getting into spring, so it's not so much the dark months. So I'll probably go with the vellum, and then I've got the March dashboard. So again, all of this is in my shop. And then we've got 3 index cards. These are a freebie download, and it's just something that I threw together a few years back that is something for me to be able to write my notes about the different subjects. It's kind of like my reminders to-do list of what I like to do for certain things. So all my travel altar ideas, what my favorites have been over the years, I write it with a Sharpie. And then what I like to do during the minor sabbats, for my candle herb rituals, I have those listed out. And then what I like to do for the major sabbats, and have those. So that printable, like I said, is a freebie in my freebies folder. And then these are my cottagecore dividers, and I actually went through and remade a bunch of these for my Gothic setup, and I'm not going to show those yet because that's coming in a video soon, so I didn't want to give away spoilers on that, because I show you how I made those. Then I have a divider in here for spells, and my Serpent Sorcia dashboard from my shop. I've printed this on clear sticker paper, and then laid it over top of some foil wrapping paper and laminated it. All of the inserts that you see in here and the dividers, those are all in my kit, and unless I say otherwise. So just assume that it's part of the download, so I won't repeat myself throughout the video. But this is my celestial goals for the year, and even though I have these typed out, you could print out Diamond Label or something like that, and put your own words over each one of these, to say something different, whatever it means to you, or use this idea for creating your own or whatever. It's kind of like my reminder, though, of what I want to focus on and track throughout the year. And then I have a cheat sheet on synchronicity that I put together, and a matching dashboard, and then a title page for my moon spells. And I have my moon tab, I just don't have it laminated yet. And this is an overview of the sabbats that has the pronunciations for each one, and the dates. It's kind of just an overview page, and then some tips on what I was saying, what I like to do for the different sabbats, the major and the minors. And if you want all of the recipe cards that go along with this dashboard, then that is a massive celestial kit over on rawelement.com in my shop called Just Add Magic, or Jam. It goes into all of the ingredients and the cards and the printables for all of that over there in that kit. I have a Modern Magic dashboard, a cheat sheet on candle magic with all of the colors, and this one comes in black and white, and also it's already pre-colored, so it's up to you which you want to use. I went with the black and white, and then I just use my Tombow markers to color in all of them. And then this is one of the spells pages. It's my candle ritual, and filled in like some of the things that I like to do for those individual months. And this is another style that's included. This is a cheat sheet for herbal magic and matching dashboard, a cheat sheet for spell rituals and dashboard, And then this one I recently showed how I made this pocket with acetate and just double-sided tape on the back of my dashboard. So that way I could put, whatever I'm using at the time, for that sabbat, or, whatever I'm looking for, then I can just put it in the pocket. And keep it right on top of whatever sabbat happens to be coming up. So you get a printable for each of the sabbats, and I've just gone through and starred all of the major ones on mine, but I like this layout a lot. I've been using this layout for probably 6 years now to track my different rituals that I like to do for the different seasons, but I swapped out my filled out inserts for blank ones so that way you could see both. I really like this header. And I like this a lot better than what I was doing initially. Like when I first started out, I just had everything on Post-it notes, and then I had Post-it notes everywhere and they weren't organized. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to keep them on a page like this. But then, over the years, the sticky would like melt off, like if you take your planner out in the hot sun a lot, then the sticky goes away and then you're left with sticky notes falling out of your planner and all this other stuff. I'm going to be transferring all of that information over to these, but so you get one for each of the sabbats, and then another spells ritual page. There's tons of insert pages in the download, and this is a dashboard that I made years ago. This as well. This was made from Target, flossers, packaging, and some washi tape and confetti stars. And this is a dashboard that is coming soon, as is this. And then we get into my Moon Magic cheat sheet that has two different versions of this. So one of them has the January through December at the top, so you could just circle and use it as a monthly insert, or one like this that doesn't have anything at the top. And so I am going to write on this one that this is my annual plan. So my annual ideas for what I want to do all the time on my new moon, what I want to do all the time for my full moon. That way I'm not having to like go back to a previous month and see and try to figure out, okay, did I do like a protection jar, or did I do bath ritual, or whatever. So this will all be consolidated on this, and that'll be like my annual guide. And then this is kind of the same idea except more date specific. So on the date, what did I actually do? And so I've printed this front to back for the entire year, and then I'll go through, and I only gave myself 4 bullet points because I don't get really crazy with overachieving on those, because if you try to plan too much to do, for me, it gets really overwhelming. So I try to limit myself to just 4. And sometimes I only do one thing, especially if it's like a main sabbat and I only do the one thing, like a jar or something like that. So, like my Ostara jar that I did for renewal and healing. I like to do these jars on the major sabbats, and I will do a new one every year, that way with my daughter, and that way when we go back and look at our little apothecary cabinet, we see all of the different jars that we've done on the major sabbats. We celebrate the seasons probably more than any other thing. We don't really get into birthdays and holidays and things like that, but the season changes are huge around here. That and full moons, like we're really big on doing things for that. So I've got a printable dashboard from the kit. This is from my moon planner, my 2024 moon planner, and this is a beast of information. Like I said, I am obsessed with the moon, and I religiously plan by the moon and use it for my self-checks, like I've said many a time. But all of this is what I like to do for that, and ways that you can like high level information that you can do during a new moon and a full moon, and things you can do with the family or by yourself. What I love about celestial planning is types of things. Even if you have a different religion, you could still do these things and have fun with them with the family, and not be in conflict with, I guess would be the way to say it, with your existing religion. Because it's all about assessing your goals that you want to achieve in life, and it's not you know, like connecting with a god or a goddess or anything like that. You know, you're connecting with the moon, but you can use the full moon and new moon dates to do a fun celestial project, or using ways to check in and assess your goals and set positive outcomes in your life in a fun celestial way. So that's what I love about the moon. So we've got a moon transit zodiac calendar from my moon planner as well. That's for people that really get into moon transits like myself. I love moon transits. I love the zodiac, and we'll do my moon journals centered around, you know, what that particular zodiac sign is for that month's full moon. And this page is an overview, kind of like a cheat sheet on zodiac, you know, what it means for modality, and, you know, some overviews about the elements and how they fall with the sabbats, and my zodiac prompts, and the monthly guide for the different signs. So these, all of these inserts, including the annual calendar here. I've got calendar definitions pages and my oracle cards. All of this is in my 2024 moon planner, along with a bazillion other things that are in that too. So these are just the ones that I happen to keep in this. And then I've got my crystals top tab divider, my crystals tab, and then my crystals guidebook. Now this is also over on Raw Element, and I printed the cover. The cover is typically maroon, but I printed it in black and white, and laminated a dashboard from the Grimoire Kit on the back here. So this crystals guidebook, I'll just do a quick flip of it if you're not familiar. It's an introduction to crystals and overview of the zodiac. It gives an index page and then an alphabetic breakdown of all of the crystals. And then there's extra blank pages for you to draw your own, or cut out, or use stickers or whatever to continue on, like however many pages you needed. And then some different templates for notes and things like that. So then this is a dashboard from the kit that I laminated on the back of the back cover of the Crystals Guide. My notes divider, and then I have just some solid black paper. I give the link for that in my guide. I've got a zipper pocket, quick reference things and like that. And then I've got my other zipper pocket back here that I've drawn my sigil on. I give the template for that if you want to copy mine or make your own. And usually what I keep in here is the current sabbat pouch of whatever I'm going to be using for either a bath ritual or spell jar, or, you know, whatever project I'm going to be doing that month. I have them all organized in a business card wallet, and I will share more on that in a separate video. So all I do is I take the pouch out of this and I transfer it over here whenever that sabbat happens. And so I've got them cataloged by sabbat in here, and the miniature bonus cards that I showed at the beginning of this video, they fit in these slots. So if you wanted to get a business card pouch, sometimes I will use, it looks like this, but it has the 3 pockets for business cards. It fits that as well for that reason. So sometimes I will put the pouch in that with some of my other intention cards or something. It just depends on what I'm doing for that sabbat. So I'll go into that more in the other video. And then, so in here, you know, I keep the pouch of ingredients. I have a lid from a container and a tea light, I usually keep a new tea light in here, and matches, and then whatever card I happen to be working on with that moon phase, then I will keep it in the back, just as a visual reminder of, you know, what that moon phase is going to bring and how I can incorporate that into my journaling. So that is my setup. And with this paper, I like to just tear off a piece, write my intention, and then either burn it or put it in a jar. You know, if I'm doing like a gratitude jar or gratitude thing that month, then I will write my gratitude down and tear it and put it in my gratitude jar. So this paper is not just like notebook paper, you know, like I use it throughout the month for various things. So that is my setup right now, and I will be back with a flip of my Book of Shadows, show you how I've set that up as well, and all of this kit, all of the kit dashboards and inserts. Just head over to gotwax.shop and you can see the link to my Etsy there. You can also find the link to my raw element inserts for the 2024 Moon Planner and the Crystals guidebook, as well as several other dividers and inserts and sticker kits, journaling kits, things like that. So I appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next one.